Sorry. Yeah, for some reason my camera is static and not doing anything. Looks like I fixed that. Hopefully the microphone's working. So I'm just back after a couple of days. I was just saying that the air conditioner in the main bedroom died and needed to be fixed. Got fixed this morning, luckily, so that's all good. And hopefully everything will work out fine here. I'm just bring up a few windows just so I can see what's going on here. Anyway, playing a community world, and just put a little buffer up to see if I can stop the fan noise and stop the echo in the room, but kind of limited here at the moment. I'd like to improve my setup, but not entirely sure how to go about it. Now, what am I doing? Just setting up the windows on my second screen here. Okay, hopefully that's good. Now, still playing a community world. I haven't done too much study. I did do a study of European crossing signs, so hopefully I can remember some of that. Here, straight off the bat, looks to be like I would have thought the US, but the road's a bit chewed up, maybe in a rural area. Hope she's not injured herself there. Looks like a new build house here. Oh, okay, I don't think this is the US. I'm not too sure with this high-pitched roof and the moss-covered shed here. What have they got in the shed? Difficult to say. I think I've still got 3 minutes on the round here. Yeah, I do. Ooh, okay, they've customised their bin. That's very good. In terms of where we are, I'm not too sure. Got some low hills. Got garbage collection. I'm pretty loath to go US here. Got a station wagon rather than a massive truck like you might see in the US, I guess. It says access beat 4. It's a bit of a weird thing to say. Passing place. It's all in English. I wonder if it's Canada. Got birches. Don't know that I'm going to get anything else other than English. Bit of a hippie zone. Just basing that on the flowers found on the bin. It's an unfair characterization, probably. There was a bollard here. Oh no, I think it's a cone. Okay, I'm pretty unhappy about North America here, but I'm not sure what else to do. I'll probably go in the US and Washington. Oh, it was the UK. I guess passing place was probably very formal for the US. It's in Scotland. Well, that's disappointing. What was the score? 112 on that. So dashed white lines in the centre. The road condition's quite good here. Difficult to say with the number plates. I think maybe there's a blue strip there. The blur is very sketchy. It's like it's been hand blurred or something. Someone got the negatives and scratched them out with a pen. That does not look like English. In terms of what a does look like. I'm not too sure. I'm not sure if it's Cyrillic actually. And now it's been blurred. It kind of looks Cyrillic. We've got a ladder pole. I kind of wish I could remember what ladder pole refers to. I really have to learn that kind of thing. It's like Hungary or Romania, or the holy poles. Ooh. Just going to... I thought Romania might be holy poles. Let's dip it in Hungary for the moment. White centre lines. Not sure about the architecture. It's like an old service station here, or petrol station, whatever you call it. Maybe just a shop. I just thought with the awning it looks like a petrol station. I'm sure this blur is indicative of somewhere, but I'm not too sure where, and I can't get close to this van. It's getting further away. I've lost it. That's annoying. It might have had a domain or something on there. At least the language, kind of at this distance, it was a bit blurry, but it did look Cyrillic, didn't it? I'd forgotten about that. Here we go, we've picked it up again. Yeah, that does look... It's kind of Cyrillic. So why am I in Hungary? That's a bad guess. Serbia, Bulgaria. I don't have much option. I guess Serbia. Who was Bulgaria? That's annoying. Okay, so that kind of pole we see in Bulgaria, possibly other places as well. But ooh, so this could be Australia or New Zealand. I know I think there's a place called Nelson in New Zealand, but kind of thinking this sign looks Australian. Which someone's got the whippersnipper out. Could be some... doesn't really narrow it down too much. These houses kind of... with the veranda kind of remind me of Queensland. Some thunder outside. I think there's a pretty big storm brewing. Let's go back and check this baby. Oh, maybe not a baby, maybe it's someone elderly in a what do you call it? I don't know what you call it. We're driving left. These poles, the giveaway sign, this all looks good for Australia. In terms of exactly where, I'm not too sure. I've got a minute and a half, so I might just travel around, see if I can find some more information. My town knowledge of Australia is fairly lackluster. This is 4X, which is a Queensland beer, so that checks out. Pretty sure this is not my hometown. Childers. Oh my gosh. That's hilarious because that's where I went to school. It doesn't... Oh, is this the backpacker? Look at the Anglican church. Not sure if I can navigate myself here. I think this is on the way to school here. Maybe. Let's check. Where do they put Childers? South of Bundaberg. There we go, we'll just click in here. 37 seconds left. They have a reptile park and zoo? That's different. That's new. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember that being there. I haven't been back in like 30 years, something like that. Gourmet ice cream. Things have changed a lot since I was there. Actually, if we could see the IGA, that would be helpful. I thought we were somewhere around here. This is the high school. Unfortunately named ISIS. So I was trained by ISIS. but not the ISIS. Okay, so good vibe guess there. 4,998. That was a real gimme, so that's good. Probably 3 towns in Queensland I know, and one of them is where I went to school. To be fair though, I don't actually know Childers all that well, because I just went to school on the bus and then went home again in the afternoon. Cedez Le Passage kind of sounds French. Not sure about this giveaway sign. A bollard would be helpful. We're heading north-south almost directly. The French bollard is one I can definitely remember. It's quite unique. Although I think they have it in Senegal as well, but I'm not too sure. It's like I hope that's not a Colombian cross, it couldn't be. I think there's a blue stripe there. And they're driving a Renault, which is a French vehicle. This is very cool, and here's the bollard. Okay, typically French bollard. It's a major road heading north-south, maybe around the middle. Should the road number would be handy. I've got another minute and a half, so maybe I can pick that up somewhere. Here we go, some directions here, or place names I think. Not far enough. Turn around. Rouen, A28, E402. So the A roads show up fairly. Here's the A28. Here's Rouen. The E402. Le Moulin d'Esclaz. Moulin d'Esclaz. What was the other place? Butchie and Montville. So we're somewhere along this. Oh, where's the 402? I wonder if it deviates from the 28 at all. It's not really coming up. If we had a distance to Rouen, that would be handy. So I'm not too sure. We're going north-south, so almost directly. Oh, it was north of Rouen. That's unfortunate. 4,650 though, that's nice. A good deal. And now I've got yellow centre lines, white outside lines, and some spindly pines. Canada or the US, I'd guess. There's a black sign there. I'm not too familiar with that. Halkakorli P. I wonder if that's place. Halkakor Place or Halkakorpi. Just my concern there was it sounded a bit Scandinavian. The skiers, caution skiers. If you're skiing across this road, I'd caution against it. That seems pretty dangerous. In terms of, I guess, oh, there was like a snow pole there. I'm not too familiar with it, but I wonder if we're nearby Calgary or something like that. I think Calgary is a big skiing place. So definitely in the season there's a lot of snow. I wonder if that's snow. It's very slow moving. I wonder if I can fast move. Problem is the refresh rate on my screen isn't quick enough, I guess. There is something up here. I've got a minute left, but I'm kind of don't know that it's going to be that helpful. Might just guess. Oh, no, it was Finland. I convinced myself of Canada there. Oh, the black sign. I'd forgotten about that. That did seem quite unusual for Canada. And Halkakori, 126 points. Very up and down this game. All over the place. Some good guesses and some shocking ones, so got to lock in here. Try not to forget what I'd learned. So this is a pretty distinct shield here. Presumably it's this kind of the shape of the state. It's like Nevada or something. Let's have a look. Should be able to. I say I should be able to match it up, but what's Nevada like? Not exactly. It is quite hard. Some of them are more. I guess it's not Texas. Kind of stylized. It's got this triangular point. Like Iowa. Flat at the top and the bottom. Could be Iowa. So what have we got here? East 80, 540 and 22. There's the 20. $540. I've kind of got a bad feeling. I don't know that it is Iowa. So just see if I can zoom in and read this sign here. Looks like we've got some place names. Junction City and Fort Valley. Looks like they're laying some rail here too. It's a very cool machine. Either laying some rail or they're realigning it. Junction City. It kind of rings a bell, but I'm not sure. Buena Vista. That does not sound like Iowa to me. Junction City. Junction with what? Like a railway junction. 54 seconds. Could it be Missouri? There's Jefferson City. We want Junction City. It's a Caltex. A Texaco, sorry. I kind of thought it was weird that they had a Caltex, which they have in Australia, but it's probably a US company anyway. I'm not too sure. Oh, here we go. Junction, the 80, the 22 and the 41. 80, 22, 41. Here's an 81. It was Georgia. Yeah, I guess it's kind of the shape. Disappointing. I meant to zoom in and see Junction City, not to worry. So I've got this water tank at the top. Not familiar with that. Got a Mercedes truck and... ooh, 2 little cats. Amazing. I love to see cats. One of them, oh, it's in Turkey. My understanding is Turkey has a lot of cats. I like cats. I've got another YouTube channel, Cat Spotter, which whenever I come across a cat, I do a little video and post it on there. It actually does a lot better than my GeoGuessr channel, that's for sure. Got over 500 subscribers on Cat Spotter. Anyway, it's nothing special. Just if I see a cat, I put up a short. And over the years I've seen a lot of cats, so there's quite a few shorts on there. In terms of where we are in Turkey, I'm not too sure. Seems kind of not that dry, but hedging to dry over in the east-west, sorry. So where do we put Turkey? Turkey's too wide. In terms of region, I'm not too sure. I'll just go about there. Ooh, it was further south, but I got the longitude vibe was pretty good. 4,185 points. Okay, that's a good tip. Valencian, maybe if you had filters on OBS, we can't hear the fan. The worst is the mouse. Yeah, it's a very clicky, cheap mouse. I'll look at replacing that. I do have another mouse, but I think it's quite clicky as well. I used to have a nice mouse. I wonder where that got to. It's got banana palms here. Looking for maybe some language would be helpful. So very flat down here, and we're right up high. I guess it's Asia. These are coconut palms, I think, and banana palms. So I'm at a bit of a loss here. The good thing is that I click a lot. Constantly clicking. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get... Hang on, there's a pole back here. Or maybe it was a tree. Hang on. This pole I'm not familiar with. I don't think it's Malaysia though. Don't know what to make of this. I'm going to have to do something silly. What will I do? I'll say it's in the Philippines. Ooh, it was too. My gosh. Lucky. A little way off, 417 kilometers, but 4,000 points. I got away with that one. A bit lucky. I think that has a blue strip here. It's a Mitsubishi. It's a Japanese car. And I don't know, this seems like... Ooh. I was going to say it seems like Spain or Italy, but I'm not too sure. It's a pretty cool bus stop. Got a lot of coverage, which a lot of them don't have. So that's nice. Oh, so you have a sign. Yeah, okay. Got some language, which, and this sign, which I'm not too familiar. Is this Turkey again? Just click a few times. Here we go. I don't know. Kind of looks like Turkey. Driving on the right. Komsukoi. Let's have a look. Yeah, it looks. The language looks consistent with Turkey. It's a fairly major road running east-west. Oh no, most of Turkey runs east-west. That's not too helpful. I think I'll go east of Ankara or Ankara. It was further east. 4,000 points. So 2 Turkey rounds. So far out of 9 games, or 9 rounds. Driving right here. got a truck, which I can't really make out what it says on the back. See if I can catch up with it. It's a bus. Looks like it might say Libertad down the bottom here, which could be Pavina Mall. I wonder if this is the Philippines. I think they have Spanish in the Philippines, and no, I just got the impression Pavina sounded a bit like... Is that Quezon? No. Camino de Quintero. And then this is Lento. I don't think it is the Philippines. Not sure about this pole. Peso Maximo. I've never seen that before, I'm sure. So, in this crossing, what's it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it over Spain? I just would think Spain would have the European stripe on the plates. Bocato Super Premium. Got all sorts of things for cats here. Must be a pet shop, I'd guess. And these are not flags. Chem 0. Pisco. I know Peru has Pisco sours, and maybe this is Peru. Mini Market Donde la Mech. Pretty sure the number plate, it's not Argentinian or anything like that. Oh, here, this probably has it. This probably has a... Oops. It was Chile. Okay. I couldn't remember with the Cristal, because I had drunk a lot of that when I was in South America, but it must have been in Chile, not Peru. The Pisco kind of threw me out, because I know in Peru they have Pisco sour. And the next round is taking a while to load up. Pare, okay, which I think is South America again. Oops, maybe there's a bollard there. Or something. Yeah, there is, but not one I'm familiar with. Driving right with white lines. That's trouble. Kilometre 112. We've got kilometres per hour. Let's just have a quick... Oh man. Looks like compartimento something. Brisas del Plata. So that's in Spanish, definitely. And it's the beach. The beach to the south. Camping, fishing, dining. Brisas de Plata to the south. What would that mean? wonder if it's Central America. It doesn't ring a bell with these bollards. This is going to be trouble. This is trouble. I don't think it's Uruguay. I just think Uruguay has some yellow lines. What does this say? Anything useful? No domain there. This looks like a lifted truck or trailer. A lot of cows, which would be Uruguay. Could be Uruguay. That is... it must be for harvesting something, I guess. Something high. It's a very unique, cool looking car. Vehicle. Should I go Uruguay? I shouldn't really go Uruguay. 2 seconds to go. Too late. It was. That's unusual. I thought they had yellow lines. Okay, that was a good switch anyway. Something about Uruguay and South America just looks a fair bit different to everywhere else, but and a lot of cows, I think. This is probably quite a useful sign here, but I can't really make anything out. I'll try moving a little bit. Okay, so we are in, got the blue strip, European strip, and these walls, and it's quite red. Soil, orangey red. I don't know, I thought maybe Spain. These walls are probably, I wonder if they're historically significant here. I can zoom right in here, but maybe that's Italian. Or it's a hunting reserve. No authorised entry during hunting open season. Trespassers may be prosecuted. I know they have hunting in fairly formalised in Italy, so maybe here's Italy. Maybe they have the fences over in those stone walls in Bari, I think. It's the best idea I have anyway. Oh, it was Malta. That's a shame. 612 kilometers away, 3,500 points. It's just not an amazing score. And driving right here, and this bollard. And they've spammed it around the corner here. Is it Russian? If I saw some Cyrillic, I'd definitely be going Russia here. Oops. Which way are we going? Kind of north-south. Very green. Fairly flat. With a whole bunch of trees. Just want to try and get close to this car. I think the driver is here. So that would check out. I don't think we're all the way in the east of Russia anyway. It seems fairly standard. I'd like to see a sign or something, would be very useful, but I don't think I'm going to get it in the next minute. So what will I do? I'll just go with Russia and kind of go, where would they have a north-south road? I might go outside of Moscow a bit. It was further east. Oh, it wasn't even a major road. That's odd. I really thought it was a fairly major road. Anyway, miles away, 1,200 kilometers away. Terrible. And here we have Centro Educativo Santa Rita Bilingual School. Wish they were a bit more specific. There's a lot of signage here, so I should be able to pick something up. It's kind of like Spanish. Alto. So I think that's Mexico, right? If I'm not mistaken. RA America. Got imported American goods. This is a church. Doesn't seem like a huge city. I wonder if we are quite close to the border with America though. There's a very big truck there which presumably is imported. I didn't look at the make, but it's a Toyota. This is a Toyota as well. And I'm not sure about that one, maybe Chevy. Travelling here is a bit difficult. A bit of diesel. Here we go. Integral health. No, it doesn't say whereabouts we are, I don't think. Panama. Ooh, okay. I didn't know if they had Alto or Pare in Central America, but I guess they've got Alto. It could be bait, but I'll go with it that it's Panama. And go in Santiago. Should just go near Panama City, but okay, it was further east. Llano Benito. I think the thunderstorm started. I've just got to quickly close up some windows. I don't have a away from keyboard. Scene. I didn't think to set one up. Anyway, I'll be back very shortly. Alright, I'm back. So, luckily I saw that Panama website. Otherwise I would have gone with Mexico there. So that's not too bad. And I did get some feedback about the clicky mouse, and I had an idea to mask it with a small blanket, so I'll give that a shot. Okay, that seems better. little bit. Okay. And so, it looks like we're on the south shore of a big lake here. Or the ocean, I guess. I kind of got a lake vibe. Don't even have an idea of the continent here. A little sip of tea, and got some low pines. It's probably fairly exposed here. And I've run out of time. What'll I do? Sweden? I don't think it is, but... or Germany. Maybe there. Ooh, it was Estonia. I didn't... 18,000, so that's not too bad. Had that poor Russia there, and that last guess was not great. But some other fairly good rounds. Well, 2 good rounds anyway. Panama, of course, and Uruguay, which is a good get. I was pretty happy with that. That looks like Portuguese maize, which I think is more. But then these... That looks like... kind of looks like the Brazilian flag. I'm not sure about these. These look very distinct. Milton David. It's a very cool public phone. Solid yellow. Driving right. We're pretty close to the equator here. I'm sure this is really distinctive in terms of the signage. To my recollection, I haven't seen it before. Educational centre, infant education, and I have a phone there, but I'm not familiar with the phone numbers or anything like that. Whoops. Zoom back out here. So they say Pare. I thought there was... oh, here we go. ES010. Putiri. Chakaripe. ES010. That... I'm not familiar with ES roads, that's for sure. Something very unusual about this place. I said Brazil because of mice, which I think is Portuguese. Tem, I think is Portuguese. Surely it is. I'll just drop it in Salvador for the moment. A very cool bus stop here too. And someone waiting for the bus. Botjao. Something blue. I don't really see anything useful there. It's a bit too small. I really have no ideas on where we might be. Oh, it was close to the equator, so where's the equator? Maybe I'll go up a bit higher here. That's a bit of a commitment, because, oof. So I think I was in Salvador before. That would have been a better guess. 1,300 kilometers away, not great. Ahoy Elisa, sorry I didn't notice your message there. How are you doing today? Just got the chat really very small on the other screen here. And I'm old and my eyes are failing. So this signage here, it's kind of French, but this is very built up. So I was wondering if this is like Monaco or something like that. Very windy. Very cramped. It's a .mc. Which could be like Monte Carlo. I might just... Wrong. We want Europe. Where's Europe? Nice. Is it Monaco near here somewhere? Monte Carlo? How did I lose it? Monaco. Just having a quick look around. Hopefully I'm right. Seems like it checks out. And here's a tunnel. Oh, I'd like to get the other side of the tunnel. Let's see if it looks familiar over there, because they have the Formula 1 in Monaco. This doesn't look like the tunnel in the Formula 1. And I can't quite get through any further. Kind of stuck. That's a shame. Doesn't look like the tunnel. Anyway, I've got 2 seconds to go, may as well guess. Yeah, it was really close by. Very nice, 4999. Probably could have 5k'd that if I had more confidence. Unidos looks Spanish. Got a really interesting roundabout here. Looks like it might have been more elaborate back in the day, but it's taken a bit of wear and tear. It's a concrete road here too, which is, I think, it's just kind of interesting. So I wondered if, I think the Philippines has concrete roads and would have some Spanish, but it says Mex there, which is a bit of bait for Mexico. Very small backplate, which doesn't look familiar. Driving on the right hand side. Not sure about the pole tops. It's something I'll get around to learning at some point. Here's a sign. Bienvenidos is definitely Spanish for welcome. Welcome where? With, I guess, prosperity. With prosperity, we have more opportunities. Welcome, and then I can't read where they're welcoming us to. It's very stylized. I don't really get a Mexico vibe here, unfortunately. Unless it's Panama again. Kind of stumped. I think this is a bitumen road again. Not sure what was going on with that other road. If we had road lines, I think that would help, because I think Mexico has yellow road lines in the centre, right? Some motorbikes, which is... When I get up here, I think there's some more signage. So what kind of station do we have here? Yeah. Pemex. I think the Mex stands for Mexico. So where would we be? Maybe south. Oops, that's not Mexico. Maybe Chiapas. Oh, that was a really nice guess. Very lush. I'm not sure what was the deal with that roundabout, but 100 kilometres away, that's a good save, because I think that was going very badly for a minute there. Didn't convince myself that it was Mexico. Sandstone. What is Sabunga? Blocks and lintels. I think that says Sabunga. Free delivery, so that's good. What about the lines? White lines. Interesting. What direction are we driving? Left or right? Which side of the road, sorry, is what I meant. I guess we're driving left. I guess this is... I hope it's not Australia. I was kind of guessing it was South Africa, but I'm not too sure. I'd like to see something else. I wouldn't say this looks typically Australian. They do have eucalypts, which you have in both countries. I'd have to say this looks South African. Just can't tell what's going on over here, whether there's mountains or ocean or something. I'm sure we've never sold Sabunga in Australia. I'm just going to commit. Driving north-south, whereabouts though? Let's go on the east, in the east here somewhere. No, I'll go a little more central-south. Okay, that was nearby. Just want to quickly Google what Sabunga is. S-A-B-U-N-G-A. Sabunga. Oh, there we go. Must be a grade of sand or something. Sandstone and Sabunga. It's a thing. I've never heard that before. So that was 227 kilometres away. That was pretty good. I think this... I don't like that the blur doesn't cover the vehicle here. But I think that's the Kenya car. I'm trying not to learn the cars, but it's a bit difficult with the larger ones in Mongolia and whatnot. Without the car, I would have thought Botswana here. And I'm not entirely sure that it's not, but there's one way to find out. Yeah, it is Kenya. It's unfortunate about the car there. It's just... So I cracked 20,000 for the first time today. Without that car, I would have gone back to Botswana. So I guess it's a positive, but I hate relying on that kind of thing. Some kind of shrine here. It looks a lot bigger than you'd think. Zoomed out, it looks kind of tiny, but it's quite substantial. The bunting is kind of makes it difficult to read. It looks like it says Della Forteria, which sounds Spanish. Got these little tuk-tuks. JJ 2010, welcome Barangay San Miguel. So congressman, Spanish speaking. I feel like that's and English as well. You've got a choice: the rice meal, something salad steak. So I think that's would be an American overseas territory, which not sure which one though. Are we driving on the right? I think we are. Yeah. Oops. So I want to see. Could be Dominican Republic. They seem to be speaking Spanish there. Or Puerto Rico. I wonder if it's Dominican Republic. I don't exactly know how to tell them apart. Oh, that's cool. Got a local swimming hole there. I wonder how clean it is right next to the freeway, but not freeway, but a reasonably major road. Probably a little residue. I think I'm going to go Dominican Republic. I'll just drop it in the center. Ooh, it was the Philippines. Yep. Spanish, the English. That could have been great, but 1 point, that was terrible. Shocking. I don't know if my initial thought was the Philippines, but what scared me off that? Ooh, that's a really distinctive power pole. I did not know it, but I was wondering if this was India or something like that. Difficult to read, have to get in closer. Yeah. I'm not familiar with any of those places. Shahapur. So, maybe near Nagpur. There's a few purs around here. Let's check the language. I don't know that the language fits. It's more like here. Yeah, this is more... that's more like it. Shahapur. Does it have a road number? It doesn't. So I'm looking for Shahapur. Solapur. Surely it's somewhere around here. As to how... or Ling. Shahapur or something starting with Ling. Ooh, this language extends a long way. That's gonna be difficult. Shahapur or Ling. Maybe I'll go a bit further south. Pune, south of this. Yeah, I'll probably have to zoom in a bit more to be able to see it, and then there's like a million places. Tiptur, Hassan, Mendi, Ambur, Chittur. I don't see it. But 22 seconds, may as well keep looking. Lexmeshwar. I've got nothing. Hopefully we're not too far away anyway. I'll just guess. Oh, that was good. I was going to click further south. So 100 kilometers away. 4,700 kilometers in India. 4,700 points in India. Oh, there's the Lingpur. This looks Scandinavian a bit. Difficult to say. Maybe the weather's a bit more temperate than that. Maybe this is Canada or the US. The road lines are, yeah, no it's not. White road lines, centre lines. So I thought Finland. was that crossing? 5. Earlier today I was looking at pedestrian crossing signs. So two of these countries have 4 and one is 5, which I think is Finland, right? I have notes, I wrote down notes, but I didn't bring them with me. So I go somewhere in the lakes around here. There's a lot of lakes. Yeah, okay, I learned something. Nice. So these two countries have 4, and I think Norway there's like a smartly dressed gentleman on the crossing sign. So this looks like the US, I guess. Just straight off the bat, that was my initial thoughts. Oh, here we go. Brent Kuhn and Associates, a national law firm. Never heard of them. Ooh. Kind of looks like a Ferrari there, but I'm not too sure. It's a bit unusual. I wonder where we could be here. Yellow centre line, so I think the US looks good. A lot of law firms. Too sure. It's very stark. A lot of space and not too many people by the looks. Man, I'm going to do something silly, I'm sure. I don't have many ideas. I'd like to see a place that would be ideal. It's just so empty. Got this hydrant, I'm not familiar with that. Got this pole, not familiar with that. Left turn only. Cross traffic does not stop. Brilliant. Kate Carroll is attempting to get elected into something, but I'm not sure what. Just not sure about this at all. I've got a bike lane, which is really unusual for the US. Faith to faith, probably less unusual for the US. Just going to go to the west coast. I wonder if it... Texas, is it? Yeah, in Texas. I was actually wondering if it was in Atlanta, so I was going to go a bit further to the west, but it was all the way west. I've got to check how many points there, probably not a lot. In terms of this language, I'm not too familiar. I think it's Austria, right? Like a Lego block top. Or I guess you could say nipple on top. If you're feeling frisky. Is this a bus stop? Wow. With public toilets? Maybe. That's very nice. I haven't seen one like that before. Bus stops are cool because they're kind of one of the unique things you can do country to country or town to town. So it says bad Cleanse something chime. Got some cows. So we're in Austria. I guess we're kind of towards the border with Germany. It's not that mountainous. I'll just click there. Is 32 degrees and 75% humidity standard in Vietnam? It sure is. It's pretty much, it's like Singapore, where it's a very similar, or standard in Ho Chi Minh City. The further north you go in Vietnam, the more... oh, bad is Spa Town. I did not know that. I've seen bad around the place, but I think I had the Austrian bollard there, so that was a help. And I was a bit lucky with the region there, but I guess they didn't have a lot of mountains, so that was okay. Ho Chi Minh City is normally like 32 degrees and fairly humid, but it's coming into summer now, which is the rainy season, so it's probably going to rain every afternoon from now on. A couple of months, I think, till the rainy season, but it's starting to set in. We've probably had rain 40% of the time in the last 2 weeks. And it's definitely, even though I'm married to a German, very good. You're lucky. I wouldn't recommend that. So we're built by a water source anyway. In terms of the signage, I'm not too sure. So if you're married to a German, where are you from? I'm Australian. Married to a Vietnamese woman for about 3 years now. We just had a little baby. Here we go. Achtung. That looks to be German. But I kind of get baited with German and go in Germany. And a lot of times it's not. In terms of where we are here, that's a bit of a question mark. I don't know, the stop sign looks pretty standard. 100% German. Very good. I got this paved road. I guess that's historic. I'm sure they don't do that anymore. Don't know where we're on our way to or from, but it's quite flat. Some cows. I've seen a lot of cows today. The sun is in the south. I don't know about elevation in Germany. I'll just go fairly central. Ooh, nice. You're right, 100% German, 315 kilometers away. So it's west of Berlin. And there's the Elbe. I don't think I'll remember that if I see it again. Okay, so we're driving on the right hand side. I've got that bollard, which has a red reflector. I had thought, oh, there's some horses. Horses saddled up and ready to go. Might be a flag there, maybe not. It's an interesting scene anyway. So, I wonder if that's like Albania or something. I'm not sure about the bollard. North is more flat. That's a good tip. I guess that checks out because they've got the Alps down here. I guess that kind of carries over a bit into Germany. In terms of the North Macedonia, I always forget about. Man, this bollard is really distinctive too, where the reflector's almost covered by the black cap. So I definitely think it's Montenegro, North Macedonia, or Albania or Serbia. Albania uses Latin text. Okay, that's a good tip. Yes. And then, where are we here? Montenegro. What's that? A picture of a cow. I think. Yes. Looks like a cow. I haven't seen that before. Warning sign for cows. So one of them doesn't one of them have a distinct number plate? I thought so. So you've got Cyrillic here as well. I think both places, if you had like an official sign, it'd kind of be in English and Cyrillic. On a 485. Where am I at the moment? North Macedonia. That doesn't seem too right. Whoops. It was Russia. That bollard was Russian. The first ones looked Russian, then I guess Russia has a mix of bollards, maybe. Well, that I didn't check the score on that one, but it must have been shockingly bad. A square concrete pole, and driving on the left. Yeah, I did initially wonder about South Africa here. Could be Australia. Let's just get up a bit further here. This sign is very green. It hasn't really... West Wyalong. Okay, that's Australia. As to where it is, don't recall. Shocking at Australia. It's embarrassing. West Wyalong. Ah, yeah, the sky roofs. One thing I'm trying to avoid is just non-IRL matter, which is why I've got the car blurred here, or covered. Rankin Springs. Midwestern Highway. Paynes Road. I've never heard of any of these. Oh, I've heard of West Wyalong. B64. Willy Willy National Park? No. I don't even see any B... Oh, here's some B roads. B56. Common Australia. Try and have some logic to your road numbering. Make me proud. It's 84. B84. Yes, I normally don't look for rifts in the sky. B56. B64. Oh, there's the B roads kind of show up. Whoops. Where am I now? Is there a wishing pool? Wash pool. 60. Where am I now? I think it's New South Wales though, right? West Wyalong. Really close to Sydney. Oh, there it is. Clear as anything. It was west of Sydney. I kind of got a bit distracted there. I started going out too far from where I thought. So there's a left-hand drive. I wonder if you can get the... This kind of gives me an UK vibe. There's a bus, something. Upside down, I thought that was... Almost looked like an Asian language, but no, I think it just says bus upside down. Concealed entrance. Okay. So I'm pretty sure. What does that say? Something and concealed entrance. Pedestrians and cyclists crossing. And they're really spamming the warning signs here. Yellow backplates, so definitely. I wonder if this is all the way north, but not Scotland. It's going to drop it. Could it be in the Lake District? I don't see any lakes, but it's the kind of impression I get for the vibes. Kind of like the kind of car they'd have in the countryside, I'd imagine. Not a Range Rover, but that kind of style. I've got a minute left. I wonder if I'm actually going to come across anything here. Oh, hello. The water. To the west. Water to the west. I don't know. Maybe near Bar Hill. How far have I gone now? It's probably a lot further south, but let's guess there. Ooh. It was Jersey, it was an island. That explains the water anyway. I guess it kind of explains the excess of signage too, because there's not much to cover, so they can kind of put a sign every time there's a concealed entrance. That's disappointing. About 3,500 points there. Yellow backplates. Could be an island. What other islands? I think this could be Isle of Man, which I forget where you put that. Where's the Isle of Man? That's my initial guess. I think the Isle of Man though, I've only had a couple of rounds there, but both times they've been like Isle of Man flags. I get the impression that in the Isle of Man they love their flag, which is very unique. A very unique flag. Whoops, there's probably something useful back there. Ooh. It's kind of like French. I can't quite read it, but it looks like La something walk. Yellow backplates could be France. So I think they have yellow backplates in France as well. France. What impression do I get here? Their flag is... I don't know what it refers to, but it's kick-ass. Cafe, more French. I can't really read that. Whoops. Oh my gosh. I think... Yes, that's kind of annoying because I think yellow backplates could be in France as well. There's red, white and blue bunting. I don't know if that's in reference to the French flag, but there's a lot of yellow. I'm just going to leave it in Isle of Man. Hopefully that's the case. It was Jersey again. This is going to kill me. This game is going to kill me. Goodbye. 15,300. roasted is some kind of... Can I delete that? I'm the worst. I don't know how to manage my chat. Sign was in English. Ah, really? So I could be driving right here. These are the kind of rounds where I really get screwed up. I mean, more screwed up than usual. It's got some pretty hefty mountains to the south. Oh, it's washing day. Just standard, nothing. Oops. That looks like a satellite dish pointing south, 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 which would put it way, way north. But I don't get the impression that it's that far north. Telegraph poles, I don't know. So this is an extensive mountain range to the south, which I guess would be somewhere here. I wonder if I kind of thought we were in Spain, but I don't know about that elevation in Spain. Flags of the world. I'd suffer badly. I get confused with a lot of flags. Some are very similar, quite similar. The other day we're discussing favourite flags. I kind of like Nepal's cool because it's very unique. And I kind of like Cyprus because it's got the island on the flag, which could be a bit cringe, I guess, but I like it. There's a lot to choose from, but Nepal is overall my favourite, I think, because they broke out of the box, thinking outside the square. I wonder if I should just go... well, if it's Spain and I just go France. Mountains to the south. Oh no, it was Albania. I was not thinking Albania, that's for sure. Oh, good, thanks for that. I don't know how to manage my chat at all. Now, I did crossings for Europe. I watched a video, I think by... GeoGuessr girl or GeoGirl. I don't think she's active on YouTube at the moment, but it's a pretty good one, and this didn't come up, so I don't think it's Europe. Or I didn't quite get to the end of the video either because I had to look after the baby for a bit. Ah, okay. Yeah, Japan, that makes sense. I wonder if those are driving left as well, and probably yellow back plates, I'd imagine. Ooh, well, there's a yellow plate. I wonder if the crossings are regional for Japan. Hakui, National Historic Site, Daiba. They got melons here. I don't know Hakui. I've been to Japan a bunch of times, and I had the rail pass a couple of times, so I spent a lot of times on the Shinkansen, going up and down, around about the place frantically. But this doesn't ring a bell. Looks like blood bank here. I'm going to make a terrible guess here. So where would they grow melons? I think grow beef in Kobe and a lot of other places. It's probably too cold for melons up here. I'll go in Okayama Prefecture. Oh wow! Gosh, there's a kukui there. It's actually on the water. Maybe I didn't notice that. Oh my gosh! I mean Gosho. They got the Gosho Aoyama Manga Factory. What does that even mean? A manga factory. Just going to Google that. Gosho Manga Factory. That one. It's probably just a shop, to be fair. Feel sorry for the Europeans. You see a green cross. Yes. I don't know. Pharmacies are kind of interesting. Like in South America, there's a lot of pharmacies, and I asked about that. And it's because access to doctors is expensive and not very easy to do. So a lot of people just go to the pharmacy to diagnose them, which is a bit of a worry, but I guess pharmacists have training. So there's the manga factory there. I get the impression it's kind of like a manga shop. Detective Conan's hometown, really? I'm not into manga myself, but I appreciate people who are into manga. Just the passion. Okay. So that was 64 kilometers away. I'm pretty happy with that plonk, because it was just a plonk. Dispensary. I don't know the difference between a dispensary and a pharmacy, to be fair. It's one thing that kind of vexes me. In Australia, if you've got a headache, you can just go to like a 7-Eleven or a supermarket and buy Panadol, or I like Nurofen. I don't know how widespread Nurofen is, but this looks fairly north based on this satellite dish. And it's probably fairly cold because they're stocking up wood for winter here. But yeah, you can buy like aspirin or whatever, headache tablets in the supermarket. Oh, I was monologuing. Is that in Croatia? Sure. I wouldn't have got that anyway. But yeah, you can get headache tablets pretty much anywhere, but Zagreb and Split. Why do I not know where Zagreb is? Surely I can find it. But here in Vietnam, you've got to go to a pharmacy. And in Japan, I had no idea where to get. I had a few drinks one night and had to take a bus. I took the bus instead of the train because it was just for the experience. And went into 7-Eleven. I'd never noticed before. I don't think they actually sell drugs or pain relief in the convenience stores. And some guy who spoke English saw me like wandering around trying to find something. He said, "Oh, can I help you?" And I was like, I'm looking for like headache tablets. And he looked around too. I don't know, maybe he was Japanese. And he said, "Oh, they don't have any here, but I have some back at my studio." So I'm very trusting. So I went along with him, and he unlocked his, like a hair salon. It's closed for the day. And he got me some Panadol. I presume it was Panadol. He got rid of my headache and didn't give me any hallucinogenic effects. So But maybe in the supermarkets you can buy. But normally I take like a jumbo container of Nurofen. I forget how many's in there, like 198 or something like that. So we've got yellow backplate, and so I guess this is the Netherlands. For some reason I don't know the bollards in the Netherlands, but yellow backplate and cyclists. Near Johnstrup. Where is Johnstrup? Probably doesn't matter that much where Johnstrup is. Don't see it. I'll just go fairly central here. How is that not the Netherlands? Ooh. I just made a complete snap Netherlands call on that one. Bistrup. Johnstrup. So it's not misplaced, it's correct. Wow. That was a horrible fail. Very sad. I thought I knew what I was doing. 19,000 is not too bad. For me, 20,000 is probably about the best I can expect most of the time. And I guess we're in Korea here. I think that's right. Yeah, in Korea. I don't think we're in Seoul. We're nearby a ship terminal. A ship terminal is kind of to the north. Where would they put a ship terminal? Where would they put South Korea? So I guess like Busan could have a ship terminal. Seems like a convenient place to ship things into. I have been to Busan. It didn't look like this, but I was by the water. Maybe I can go by the water a bit. It's a bit more touristy than this is. There are a lot of Russian businesses too. Like I got absolutely scammed because I wanted a coffee or something like that, somewhere to sit down, and I went into like, or maybe I wanted an alcoholic drink. I forget. I went into a cafe anyway and ordered a drink, and they kind of buttonholed me there. Two old ladies, and asked if I'd buy them tea and blah blah blah, and the price was like unusually high. I did it all for the experience, and then the old lady started touching my leg under the table, and I was like, okay, gotta go, thanks for the tea, goodbye. So I don't know what the deal is there, but I'll just go Busan anyway. Busan. Where's the other coast? Mokpo, sorry. I should have put some thought into that, because they're probably importing and exporting directly from China there. Or maybe not. Why wouldn't you take the land? Oh, you take the land route, you have to go through North Korea. That's probably why they don't go by truck. A bit more thought there would have been helpful. Still, not too bad for South Korea. Notoriously difficult for me to region guess. Looks like they have Gansberg. Oh, this is not Thai. I'm pretty sure. Lao or Cambodian. I have difficulty telling them apart. I think it's one or the other, surely. I guess it's Cambodian. I think Cambodia has some reddish soil. Let's see if there's anything of value on this sign here. Oyadav. That doesn't sound either. Oyadav. Let's drop it there. Oh, it was right near the border. with Vietnam. I'm sure the other day, I'm pretty sure I had a round on this border crossing. Just saying, just a few weeks ago I crossed the border at Bavet, which is somewhere down here, from Ho Chi Minh City. And it was right on the border with Vietnam, so I was really disappointed that I didn't know. So that was a fail. I think I had a round probably 100 metres away from there just a couple of days ago. So we've got a deer, and I think I got a message I better check. Nope, I'm in the clear. Probably have to feed the baby fairly soon. Geez, this language I'm not too familiar with. Lassits. I wonder if it's like Czech or Slovak. I guess not. Vygyazat. Polish? Where would they have deer? Bit of a mystery at the moment. I wonder if I can find anything more deer this way. It's got a house hidden in here. Oh, maybe it's a cemetery. It's a fairly small fenced off area. There's a whole lot of nothing here. What am I going to do? There's not even any bollards or anything like that. So the language... For some reason I thought it was Czech or Slovak. I might just stick with that. It was Hungary. Okay. I never think of Hungary. Let's go over here. I hope they try... Initially I thought they'd try and mug this old lady, but I'm not too sure. This guy's selling something. Looks sketchy. Everyone's kind of huddled around and looking around themselves. Acacia Bank. So I wondered if this was... Portuguese rather than Spanish. No violencia machista, which I guess is like male violence. Except motos. Kind of stumped here. Parada taxis. I think it is Spanish. Is it in Spain though? It's got the stripe on the left hand side. I hope it's not Portugal. Portugal has distinctive plates though, I think. I can't exactly remember what about them was distinctive, but I think it's probably just Spain. John Holland Gallery, that doesn't ring a bell. Whoops. So if we're in Spain, where would we be? I don't know. Ooh, Spain's quite big. Maybe in Madrid. That's nice and central, and it was all the way south. In somewhere like La Barca or something like that. Shocking. Still a streak of one. Building up my streak here. This could be Australia again. These bandstands look very Australian. And the houses look kind of Australian. And I kind of wonder if we're in Queensland again. It just looks very... Port Stephens, oh my god, Glenelg. Oh, no. I'm the worst. I know, I've heard the word Port Stephens, high pedestrian activity. I've not seen this sign before, but it certainly does give the impression of high pedestrian activity, so I should probably look for Port Stephens. I hope it's not Tasmania. Where would Port Stephens be? By the water, I'd imagine. I don't know that the number plates are going to tell me anything. I kind of thought Port Stephens would be South Australia, but I'm not... Oh, hang on. No, not there. Here. No. South Australia, here. Victor Harbour. Port Pirie, Port Augusta. There's a whole bunch of ports here. I hope it's not Victoria because I'm currently living in Victoria. Port Fairy, Port Campbell. How do I not know where Port Stephens is? Shameful. Absolutely shameful. It's funny how little you know when you actually have to display knowledge. O2 is New South Wales. Bateman's Bay. Sanctuary Point. I don't know if it's nearby Sydney. .131 kilometres away. Okay. Were we in Port Stephens or nearby Port Stephens? We were nearby Guzman and Gomez, Heatherbrae. I'm still not sure if Port Stephens is nearby here. It's close to Newcastle. Interesting, so I got the O2, so that was lucky. 21,500, that's the best I've had today. And a country streak of 2, so I'm nailing it. So what was it? Spain and Australia. It's probably going to drop my streak here. Okay, so we've got some corrugated iron in the middle of nowhere. The phone number doesn't mean anything much to me. Got pines. This is all very familiar. A lot of places have pines and random trees. But do they have this? BE is 4 kilometres, kilometre 399. That kind of marker is not really familiar to me. I wonder if it's in South America somewhere. Would they have pines? Difficult to say. Doing some earthworks here. Looks like they're building a house. And there's a... Oh, I thought it was a donkey. It's just a bundle of sticks. I wonder if it's like Colombia or something like that. For no real reason. I wonder if I should have checked the motorbike and see... Because I think Colombia's motorbikes still have back plates in yellow, but I'm not sure. kind of stumped. I think I'll just drop it somewhere in Colombia and move on. Nearby Medellin. It was in the Philippines. 1 point, that's got to be the minimum you can get, is 1 point, because I've never had 0 points. Los Carrizales. Don't know why I'm zooming in and out so much. Hilda and Masca. And we've got the decimal is a comma. So it seems like Spanish, but then this is bus. Bus is written bus. Got some prickly pear. What about this? Whoops. So there's, it looks like it's got the European blue stripe. Buena Vista, Santiago del Tide, Masca, Las Portillas. Tier 436. I'm just not sure what country to go here. Oh my gosh, I completely didn't notice I got a follower. Sarkis McCupcakes. Sarkis McCupcakes? If you're still there, thanks very much for the follow. Sorry I didn't mention it earlier, I was focused. For some reason I'm not getting alerts. It's kind of disappointing. It's like kind of a mix of Spanish and English. Oh, I wonder if this is like Gibraltar or something. Just with the mountains here. I think Gibraltar, you might have Spanish and English. That's my best guess with a minute to go. Oh no, it was an island. Santa Cruz de Tenerife. So I did get the right country. I was way off though. Oh, it's Tenerife. I didn't realise this is Tenerife here. I didn't realise Tenerife was covered. I didn't know where Tenerife was. I've only heard of Tenerife. So that's a bit of a fail. So this guy is wisely looking for traffic. Driving on the right. Difficult to tell. That's the left. Oh no, I came across this kilometres per J the other day and I'd completely forgotten what it referred to. So this is Malaysia. But is it mainland? Actually, I think I had this Penang again before. Penang. No, Kudat. I know of Penang, the island, but Pidang, maybe it was not a place name. Maybe I'm just hallucinating something. Oh my gosh. I've got a minute. Maybe I should be scanning the map. Because I thought... Oh, hang on, that's what I wanted to do. There's a Malaysian flag. This I'm not too familiar with. I don't think they've got the... I don't think this is mainland. It says Penang again here. Pado Penang. Surely it's not here. Man, I wish I had the kind of brain cells that are dedicated to memory, because that would make things a lot easier. I think I missed out on those. I've got like short-term memory and kind of long-term memory, not so much. I think it's somewhere here, surely. Let's go central. Oh my gosh. It was right near Penang Island. That's really disappointing. I've been to Penang a couple of times. Quite nice. Good seafood. Looks like my chat's disconnected anyway, so I'm not getting chats through. Potentially an internet issue because this round is not loading either. See if I can refresh it. It's pretty vexing because I like to chat, but when the chat doesn't come up, it's kind of a bit difficult. Yeah, it seems like the internet's probably died completely. It's a bit unusual. It is a work day, so I guess a lot of businesses are drawing on the internet, but normally it's pretty good here. Oh, here we go. So yellow centre lines, white outside lines, some palm trees, and driving on the right. I don't know what to make of this. Oh, it suddenly got very lush. Well, more lush anyway. More lush and green. I don't know, I wondered about Mexico, but I don't know that this looks like Mexico. Some language or signage would be very welcome. What about Brazil? I do not know. I had the palm trees. I don't see any piranha pines, that would be helpful. I guess I will have to go Brazil here. For some reason I've never committed to memory the road lines in Brazil. Presumably they're yellow centres, I'm not sure. Kind of like the US and Mexico. Looks like there's a sign here which would be, or maybe it's just a house. A sign could be very useful. What have I got? 44 seconds. Kind of like a red front plate and a red back plate. What would that mean? I've got no idea. Red front and blacks. Like somewhere in the Middle East, but I don't think this is in the Middle East. Or like Kyrgyzstan or something has red, I think. I don't know if it's full red or part red. And this couldn't be Kyrgyzstan or Kazakhstan. I couldn't remember the name of Kazakhstan for a minute there. Oh, it was Brazil. I wonder if the red plates are typical of a specific state. I haven't heard that before, but it could be the case. Okay, next round. Oh gosh, it just keeps coming. It's like somewhere in the middle of somewhere. Okay, at least we've got tequila. Suddenly I'm interested. If it is tequila, I'd imagine it's like Mexico, surely. Let's see here. Terminal 2 Prepa. Don't know that any of that. Valadez? No. I don't think that's a place. It's got a phone code here which I'm not familiar with. We got Coca-Cola, so we could be in... Ooh, and another horse. I'm getting a lot of horses, donkeys, mules. and cows lately. El Blanco. Which is cool. I like to see animals. Oh, and 2 cats earlier today. That was really good. They got tackies. I know tackies are very popular. I've never had them, but in America some people are fanatical about tackies. There's a pharmacy here. That's the other thing with, I guess, developing nations, is you can get just like 1 or 2 of something. You don't have to buy a whole packet. Which in Australia and other, I guess, developed nations, they've got not for individual sale. Who cares? That's how you can get a better margin, I guess, as a reseller. Paraiso. El Marques. Nothing here is really pointing me towards a city name or anything like that, a region. Tackies, I guess they're exporting them to, I think it's probably close to the US somewhere. I'll go here. Oh my gosh. The internet's stalled again. Oh, it was all the way south. That's a shame. I got a country streak though. Wow, that was a shocking score. What happened? I guess Colombia on the Philippines is what happened, and just some other not very good guesses. Yeah. That was a country. I got the country guess there, but didn't get Tenerife, and Mexico was quite a way away. Yeah, disappointing. I'm going to play one more game and then I'll take a pause for the day. This looks like Japan, but maybe it's not. That looks to be Italian. I should have learned my bollards. I still haven't learned my bollards. One day I'll shock everyone and learn the bollards. So I'm pretty happy to go Italy here, I think. In terms of where, I'm not too sure. It's quite lush and hilly. Let me think. So I wonder if that would mean towards the north. We'll go nearby Parma. It was all the way nearby Rome. Okay, added to the country streak, 4,000. So I'll get another few 4,000s, that'll give me a 20k. So that's a yellow plate. We're on the ocean. Driving left. Ooh, interesting. I wonder if that yellow plate's like a commercial vehicle thing. Ooh, I'm not too sure, just straight off the bat, exactly what's going on here. They're selling popcorn, I think. That's one thing I've noticed, I think, in Lagos. There's a lot of popcorn sellers. I think that's right. It's got a church here. Driving left. Yellow centre lines. Quite tropical. What is this? Is that a bollard? Not something I'm familiar with. It's probably an island. Is the British Virgin Islands covered? Possibly. I think the US Virgin Islands, they'd be driving on the right. It's an island. It's not Hawaii. I got completely snookered by Hawaii the other day. I didn't even think about it. I think I went to New Zealand for Hawaii. Furniture centre. Yes, we care. And then that does not appear to be English. This is very confusing. It's got to be some island somewhere. I don't think it's the Philippines, right? Maybe. Maybe, I don't know, I'm just going to go in the Philippines. I've got no clues. Ah, interesting. So it was on Sulawesi. I don't know that I've ever had a round on Sulawesi before. It was very confusing for me. I couldn't tell what was going on. I wonder if that's typical of Sulawesi, because I would have thought the Philippines is kind of standard. Another horse, another couple of horses. And this pole, which is like is this Brazil, I think. I'm trying to learn my poles, but I'm just shocking at memory. Oh, you're in the Philippines. I want to go to the Philippines. I didn't realise that the Philippines got that hot. I guess it's kind of like quite close to the equator, depending on which bit you're on. I've worked with quite a lot of Filipinos, always very friendly and very enthusiastic about pork products. Lechon, that's my dream, is to go and try lechon. They kind of do a similar thing here in Vietnam, but only kind of one pig at a time. I think this is Brazil. Okay, so I've only got a couple of games here and I've got to drop out. Sorry, a couple of rounds. Ooh, it was all the way to the west. So that was not a great guess. 2,500 kilometers away. Shocking. Okay. And yellow plates and a European strip. So I wonder if this is, well, what's going on here? High five. It looks like a road path. I guess this is a lot of bicycles and things. It should be fine for the Netherlands, I think. Although I kind of screwed that up before. What happened? There's a canal as well, I think. I'm sure this is fine for the Netherlands. Gosh. No. Yes. What happened last night? I thought it was the Netherlands and it turned out to be nearby Copenhagen in Denmark. I wonder if this is the case again. This kind of looks Dutch. But then this kind of looks non-Dutch. I'm going to go the Netherlands. Please don't disappoint me. Okay, good. 82 kilometers. If it was the Netherlands, it was always going to be close. And this is another very flat place with pigeons, I think, stealing the crops. Ooh, I'm not sure about this. It's like Czechia or Slovakia, I think, with the split bollard. Okay. Last round. Drop it in Czechia. Bring my streak up to 3. In suspense. The internet's dying. Let's see if I can refresh. It was. Okay, good. A streak of 2. That's pretty good. The internet's trying to die. Ended up with 18,000 more or less. Okay, I'll have to be happy with that. I'll be back again at some point after I've read this comment. I've tweeted in Kuala Lumpur before. Even though it gets this hot all year round, it rains often. It barely rains for longer periods of time unless it's typhoon season. I don't think I've had rain when I've been in Kuala Lumpur, but I've been to Singapore quite a few times and it's like always 32 degrees, pretty humid, and always rains in the afternoon. Which I like the rain, I just don't like the heat and the humidity. Anyway, I've got to go now, check up on the baby, maybe give it a little snack in the afternoon and take a walk. So Got a couple of people watching, so I will raid just to get in the habit. And ooh, that looks like it might be. Just looking for like. Here we go. GeoGuessr new player. Not familiar with them, but I'll drop you in there. Thank you very much, and I will catch you later. Keep in touch. Bye.